The grand hall of the Zephyrian royal palace gleamed with crystalline walls that pulsed with bioluminescent veins, casting ethereal patterns across the assembled crowd. Representatives from dozens of star systems had gathered for the most anticipated event in galactic history, Princess Elsa's selection ceremony. Bassett adjusted his simple diplomatic uniform, feeling utterly out of place among the towering Arcturians with their silver skin, the graceful vegan delegates with their translucent wings, and the imposing Centauri warriors whose armor seemed to bend light itself. As Earth's junior cultural attaché, he was only here because his superior had fallen ill with Rigelian flu. Princess Elsa stood at the center of the hall, her pale blue skin shimmering like starlight on water, her 6 arms moving in fluid gestures that seemed to hypnotize everyone present. The neural crown atop her head, a living organism that connected her to the collective consciousness of her people, pulsed with deep purple light. Citizens of the galaxy, her voice resonated through both air and telepathic channels. Today I choose my life-bonded companion from among the finest representatives your civilizations have offered. The Zephyrian mating ritual was legendary throughout the galaxy. Their princesses possessed the ability to sense the deepest qualities of any being: courage, wisdom, compassion, strength. When a princess chose a mate, it wasn't just personal. It formed political alliances that could reshape star systems. One by one the suitors approached. General Vex of the Andromedan Empire, whose species had conquered 17 systems, knelt before her with military precision. The princess's crown flickered briefly before she shook her head. Prince Zorith of Sirius, whose people had mastered quantum consciousness, approached next. His mental powers were said to be unmatched, capable of processing the thoughts of entire civilizations simultaneously. Again the crown pulsed, and again Elsa declined. The pattern continued. Each suitor represented the pinnacle of their species' evolution: physical perfection, mental superiority, technological mastery. Yet none sparked more than a brief flicker from the princess's neural crown. Bassett found himself studying Princess Elsa rather than the suitors. While others saw her as an exotic prize, he noticed the way her shoulders tensed slightly with each rejection, the almost imperceptible sigh that escaped her lips. Behind all that otherworldly beauty and power, she seemed lonely. When the last traditional suitor had been dismissed, the hall fell silent. Princess Elsa's father, King Nexus, approached with visible concern. "Daughter," his voice carried the weight of centuries, "perhaps we should reconvene. There are other candidates who—" "Wait!" Elsa's voice cut through the murmur of confusion. Her crown suddenly blazed with brilliant white light. "There is one more." Every head in the hall turned to follow her gaze. She was looking directly at Bassett. "The human," she said, her 6 arms gesturing toward him with surprising grace. "I would speak with the human." Bassett's heart hammered against his ribs as thousands of alien eyes fixed upon him. He approached on unsteady legs, acutely aware that his species was considered primitive by galactic standards. Humans hadn't even achieved faster-than-light travel independently. They relied on alien technology and goodwill for everything. "Your Highness," he managed, offering what he hoped was an appropriate bow. Princess Elsa studied him with eyes that seemed to hold the depth of nebulae. "Tell me, Bassett of Earth. Yes, I know your name. What do you see when you look at me?" The question caught him off guard. Around the hall, he could sense the barely contained scoffs of more advanced species. What could a human possibly see that they had missed? Bassett looked at her, really looked, not at the obvious beauty, not at the power or the prestige, but at the being behind it all. "I see someone who's tired of being wanted for what she represents instead of who she is," he said quietly. "I see someone who has to carry the hopes and ambitions of entire civilizations on her shoulders. I see someone who's looking for a companion, not another conquest or political alliance." The neural crown atop Elsa's head exploded with radiant light, so bright that several delegates shielded their eyes. When it faded, the princess was smiling, the first genuine expression of joy anyone had seen from her all day. "And what do you want from me, human?" she asked, stepping closer. Bassett thought of all the appropriate diplomatic answers, all the ways this could benefit Earth. Then he discarded them all. "I'd like to know what makes you laugh," he said simply. "What you think about when you watch the stars. Whether you ever get tired of being perfect all the time." Around the hall there were gasps of shock. Several ambassadors looked ready to faint at such casual irreverence toward galactic royalty. But Princess Elsa laughed, a sound like crystal chimes in a gentle breeze. "My father always said that wisdom often comes from the most unexpected sources," she said, extending one of her hands toward him. "The Arcturians offered me their military might. The Vegans promised technological marvels. The Centauri would have given me dominion over star systems." She paused, her neural crown now glowing with a steady, warm light. "But you, Basset of Earth, offer something far more precious. You offer to see me as I am, not as what I can give you. You offer genuine companionship in a galaxy full of ambition and politics." The hall erupted in chaos as the implications sank in. The most desirable being in the known galaxy had chosen a human, not for what humanity could offer, but for the simple, profound gift of authentic connection. As Basset took her hand, feeling the warm pulse of her alien skin against his own, he realized that perhaps humanity's greatest strength wasn't in matching other species' technological prowess or physical capabilities. Perhaps it was in their capacity to see beyond the surface, to value individuals over institutions, and to offer the rarest commodity in a complex galaxy: genuine understanding. Princess Elsa had been desired by everyone, but she had chosen to be understood by one human who saw her not as a prize to be won, but as a person to be known.